ask the DJ up there for play for we, the music we got on Pandu for we, for Yagbadi body, for shake the place no more. Mr. DJ, the Kofa national anthem, play for we. Of course. And of course, I understand say the Minister of Sport there around. At any time he go come inside. Honorable Minister of Sport there around. Anytime he go enter the arena. And of course, meanwhile with the talk show, the band they can play. This is the replay final, COFA 2018 Grand Final. And of course, I think Kodos wants to say one or two words.
Via Sierra Leoneans, let we pray for one of the legends of this country when I came okay Kalon. All me know say if we go to operation and foot, and we pray say God will make it enough strength and he will get in strength back. The Minister of Sport already enter inside the Stadium Stadium. So as they enter the ball gate, automatically we get the brass band for move forward, and also we go see the green, white, and blue, the flag. Where now we own flag, when at the coat of arm, where now unity, freedom, and justice with the ball boys them, where shall we always keep prepare them boys and they for we. And when they don't come for the two teams and all line up, the management of Salon Brewery Limited, the representative then will come down here, include the chairman when I get in us, the Minister of Sports, the Director of Sports, the acting president of the FA, the acting Secretary General of FA, the Deputy Director of Sports, Ababadara Toure, they all go come from Naso. Idrissa Magotari, of course, the minister already von come now the Sheikh Stephen Stadium Memorial, and automatically the brass band will come forward now as we welcome Frabe community and Shell Jewelers. Frabe Unadede! Frabe Unadede! Bakun kun kun unadede. Shell Jewelers unadede. Hey, and the enjoyment birthday. Enjoyment over yonder. Yeah, now they invite the brass band for come forward. Why is the ball boys them? They come with the Salon flag. For sure say this now Salomon business. Followed by the FIFA and flag. And also we go get the two communities, Shell Jewelers, that of the Frabe community. As they line up, what they call on with digitalism, Abbas Samago lead because now getting us, followed by the Minister of Sports, the Director of Sports, the Deputy Director of Sports, the President, Acting President of the FA, the Acting Secretary General of the FA, and also Idrissa Magotarawali, the chairman were there before for the membership, and also we get Mr. Agba, former Western Area Welfare Chairman, Agba Kanasiu, and also the Vice Chairman for the Parliamentary Oversight Committee from Sport, that now Siraji Olis Kamara for Camdong, and also Agba Badara Toure, James Fofana, the coordinator for the national team, and the head coach for the national team, John Kista, and also Mohamed Kalon himself for Camdong Naya. All the names the management of Salon Brewery Limited, the sponsors, then for Camdong, Brewery, the sponsor, then for Camdong. As I say, Agbas Sama Sise go lead the team. After Agbas Sama Sise, you get the Minister of Sports, Ibrahim Yalenke, and you get the Director of Sport and the Deputy, the President, Acting President of the Salon Football Association, Brema Mazola Kamara, and you get the Acting Secretary General, Abdurrahman Soare. You get the Vice Chairman for the Parliamentary Oversight Committee for Sports, that Nasiraji Olis Kamara, Honorable. You get James Fofana, the Coordinator, Ali Kada as well. Also, you get the Head of Competition at the FSOE, Ibrahim Sise. You get the former Agba Kanasiu, Sefo Kamdong, and the Secretary General for Eastern Lions Football Club, Isef Alaji for Kamdong, for come do the inspection. Mohamed Kalon as well for come down, and the head coach for the national team, John Kista. Agbaba Directory always also already there down here now. Would you ask the teams to now for calling up as we get the officer, the man in charge, the commissioner for this game today, now the assistant coach for the national team, Abubakar Tostao, na the commissioner for this match. So as we get the two teams for line up, we want to invite Alhaji. Of course, we don't welcome the chairman for the Parliamentary Oversight Committee for Sport, Honorable Alu Conte, and the vice chairman Gode Bienam. Now we want to call on Alhaji Alfa Rashid for lead we into the Muslim prayer. Alhaji Alfa Rashid.
جماعة اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ولينا والآخرين وسلم تسليما. We call the presence of the Almighty Allah because neither the Maker nor the Wise One. We ask the Almighty Allah, inshallah, we want to kick-start the finals between Fuabe and Shell Community. We ask the Almighty Allah that He go give the referee and the wisdom, then go handle this game for we today, and He go end today, inshallah. We ask the Almighty Allah again, the sonko where they power with football, may God make it end one time. Because for some of we want this game play. Allahumma rabbana atina fi dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina ya maulana innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Let us take up our Arab. Do you have the band? I don't know if we not get God. The band settle band, I don't know if we not get God. But if we get God, let us silence. Why should we observe prayer? Thank you very much. Now, I want to invite Alfonso Mali, Pastori Alfonso Mali, for to lead you into the Christian prayer.
Hello. Unalo pray. Father, we want to thank you because we know say football don't revive again in this nation. We want to thank you, say, as we gather for play Kofa final, let you bless the one the way they Kofa. Let you give them more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Father, we also they pray for the Minister of Sports and in team. That go get wisdom for handle all the sporting discipline in this nation. We want to thank you for the head of state. As he don't say it will support all sporting discipline, we pray, Papa God, that He go launch the basket fund for sports. The one that they put the money for sports, the SLFA executive, the president of the act, we want to pray for them. Give them the wisdom. The stakeholders, them, we want to pray for them. Let you unite them and ensure safe football play. We parliamentarians, though they make the law, Papa God, we commit them to you. The one that we can watch the game, the one that they play the game, Father, we play that they don't go play local game, but they go play international. Let this be for revive football in this nation. We pray that no Allah no go there. All the one that will come go watch in love and peace, and then go return back in love and peace. We commit the referees them to you. We commit everybody, the security forces them to you. We pray that you go bless them, give you all wisdom for watch this game, in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Now we ask Agba Sama Sise for lead the team of inspection for inspect the players them. Agba Sama Sise, and then you get the Minister of Sports. All right, and I believe say, will they change them but now say for B? Will they get the national anthem, and after the national anthem, then go do the inspection of the teams, and then the player will do the handshake, straight to the field, and kick the ball, let the ball play. So now, will they ask the brass band if they set for we, for Giri with national anthem? Land that we love, our darling Sierra Leone. Agba Sama, the lead team of inspection, followed by the Minister of Sport, the Director of Sport. You get the Chairman for the Parliamentary Oversight Committee for Sport, Honorable Alu Conte. I keep on my right, Agba Badara, the Acting President of the FA, where now Brother Brahma Mazola Kamara. And also you get the Deputy Director of Sport, Mr. Lambert Sise, Idrissa Mago Tharawali, Ali Kada, one of the Kurba and football business in this country. You get the Acting Secretary General, Mr. Abdul Rahman Soare, and also the Deputy Chairman, Honorable Siraji Wallis Kamara. And you get Barrister, of course, now from the private community, and you get the Secretary General for Eastern Lions Football Club, and Mr. Abdurrahman Davis Alaji. James Fofana, Coordinator, National Team Leon Stars, and also Mighty Blackpool. Josie Moreno, of course, Eastern Lions Head Coach, and also you get Kebi Sise, the Acting Team Manager of FC Cologne. Also, Alfonso Mali, one of say, na civil rights activists who already fed. We get Alpha Rashid, Alaji, Alaja, Alpha Rashid Honorable. And also, we get the Brewery Limited, people in the management of Brewery, and also get Mr. Etike, what we know and say, now the papa them, passport journalism in this country, we have help for push young journalism inside Mama Salone. They all go around as the inspection done from the side of Shell Dwellers, and then they move over now. And now we get the inspection they go now for the side of Rabe community. Let me not forget say this super community championship is sponsored by Salon Brie Limited with 50 million leons. So I will say kudos to Salon Brie Limited for una where they promoting a old type, mean a new type a day. And then Mozouk, then they try them. In fact, Brie we don't count one new one. What they call a waiting Calibante, they call and say Trank energy drink. And none of the evil down there. Brie we don't count with Trank energy drink. So everyone don't say you weak, just knock Trank energy drink. You know they drink the Star beer. The one that when we know say they drink the Star beer, then get that double one. How they call them? More time. That means if we had more time. So if the small no say neighbor will shake you, take the more time. Or you can still drink the Heineken. That's the case not day. But for me, na multina or new type na do day. Then they go na day. And not forget to say the boys here we can save ball for winner. Yeah? We all know the academy where they come from. And then they can do them. We get civil academy inside this country. And we hope say by God in power. This time, their young boys here, we foresee them inside they kick the leather proper one. So as the inspection they go, Salon Brewing and get the last church. And the kickoff will be done by Salon Brewing Limited and the Minister of Sports. So go up and see how they pass the ball. I'm on my own base. The banana kick, the Tintan 2, or the Sankeli Sankele. One of the executive committee members there for the Salon Football Association, BJ elects. But I bet they elect I no come. But they are. And if BJ say go shake all side no more. Where they can get now the kickoff for the replay final between Frabe community and that of Shell community. And the kickoff will be done by Salon Brewery Limited and the Minister of Sports when I get in stadium and I get all the sporting discipline in this country where the Parliamentary Oversight Committee for Sport they supervise. Echo Fest or Echo Feast will be on the 16th of November where we go see superstars them from different countries in Africa where we come for can support the Echo Fest on the 16th day of November. On the 10th day of November, the Grancestonians family go come with Repu area big time carnival will go take place in the Grancest streets. And also the West One Football Association, then grand final will be on the 28th and it go play in the stadium practicing field. Also we go see Philip FC from Kintom go play against DV United from Crabtown. So they ask now, November 1 to December 1, Calion Radio go count them Colat Carnival. Colat Carnival from Calion Radio from the 1st of November to the 1st of December. And Sierra Leoneans, we want for the people of this country know say, when His Excellency the President retired Brother Julius Maada Bio choose Ibrahim Yelenke will be the sport minister and not make any mistake. As government their own way, for EPCOFA, the government of Salon, through the Minister of Sports and the Director of Sports, then give this stadium free to COFA for play this game. So that na part of government they don't help for develop the game. This we don't go say na breaking news, but na breaking news. When they get a pre-season gala, we're going to start very soon for ushering the Premier League inside this stadium. We all know say the Brahma Chuga, then tournament to the go on there, they'll reach the round of 16. And on Thursday, then we'll start the quarterfinals. We'll be on Tuesday, they'll get the last match and we'll kick off now the Brahma Chuga Mini Stadium. We'll go another fixture there after we don't gather half time. Will they get one fine lady, a fine like the one big bottle where we don't pull. That bottle will get that cut neck. And when look in shape, now how they design the bottle. Like for saying in shape, we will look. Say this Lord, make this bottle to a shape. That means I'm going to say more time. As you see and so, you don't get more time. This lady, now he and the minister saw me, saw, but that 10 days, sometimes maybe the lady go pass the minister, or minister then go pass him, or sometimes the ex then go kick the ball inside the goal. But now Brewery versus the Ministry of Sport. Now go stadium, you go for take the kick. So we want to see how this kick they can look like. So they get the beautiful lady, more time bottle. Where Brewery look, then convert them as you see and so, plus the Minister of Sport, then they can begin come before. After all, the commissioner for this game, go give them to go ahead with the referee, with the watch. Let me continue to pray for our late brother, Victor Fode Mara, when I want to potential referee them, but God now call him. The one who don't left them go do more than waiting Victor Fode Mara for me can do for we. We know setting our God in bosom right now. We already. Hey, now in first they come, Shalom Brewery Limited. What's the minister? They can arrange how to kick the ball. Minister the match, look in shape no man like the bottle more time. Minister Tinabo then the look. Hey, pass him, bing, one top. Look at Famul. Now so we go draw the cutting down and second half we go now. More things already unfold. But remember said the 14 Premier League teams them go ready for play now the preseason gala where they usher in the Premier League. Kudos to the FA and kudos to the members that will get them football. So you will not say you don't get business now. That will left here from fame. Mary Makati Bangura, they go straight to the game, but not forget say on the 16th, within also for can support with Big Brother when a lawyer, but decide say in your gift, God put up for entertainment when a Kabaka and team.
Bodu, we are not the business and they go up this stand. Up this stand in far better than we don't get so for watch the game. Please, we'll start the match anytime from now. Please, security. We ask to we not get business about Kalod. Calendar Collage Carnival. The 1st of November to the 1st of December. Inside the compound. Go get good time. Please, who will get business, go up the stand. The brass band, I don't know where space up the stand. Brass band. We're not saying go up there. Don't let the team the money also, please. We can know who are going to be the champ. Why is the game going to go? We're going to bring you all the information that we need for now. Manager Posh. And I say there on the watch this final. We go up now. We all go up. Mio, Igwe, Kondozo. Please. All the business I go up, please stand. Where they up, they sit down, where they don't get so safe. Please. Who say for to accept the go up? Kondos, Chairman, Sami, we all go up. We all go up. We all. Ojale of IMAT. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Freetown. Good afternoon, wherever you're getting us from this convivial atmosphere as we are welcoming you this Sunday afternoon right at the National Stadium in Freetown, witnessing the
referee Victor Mara, and today Shell community will engage. No, they are engaged. They are engaged here with that of Farabe community. It is a pleasant moment. But religiously following up the Central One Football Association competition over the years is here to start the commentary.
Definitely, it's all started and it has been very much outstanding as for now, as a few minutes into the match. Bremaba will be taking you through with all necessary details of the match and analysis for the first segment of the commentary, whilst Oluse and I will be augmenting the situation with analysis whilst the match is.
Pepe has been one of the finest local goalkeepers with a long kick. It's going, taken by the guys in the white, the Phobe community. This is a good tackle. The ball going out for, it's going to the Kisi community. It's a man they call Koku Evra, one of the fine players coming from the east. A lot of experience on his back. Getting a change of jersey. The Kisi Shell goalkeeper, the free corner Taylor is fine. And Coco Evra would now deliver the throw-in on behalf of his side, the Kisi community, debutant in the Central One Football Association Inter-Community League. They were very much outstanding throughout the campaign. They looked very much like a surprise package until they were able to make it through right on to this grand final. Unfortunately, the very first one played on the 6th of August did not complete, and Kofa, after analyzing the referee's report and looking at the situation critically, decided that we should have a replay of this grand final here, playing at the National Stadium. I appreciate the turnout of fans. The Minister of Sports, Ibrahim Nyalenke, is around, and the Director of Sport and a host of other personalities, football lovers around. The Acting President of the SLFA, Ibrahim Mazola, is also around. The Acting Secretary General of the SLFA. They are all here present, witnessing this grand final. Let's watch the guys of Fobe looking to get a early break or good dispossession. The man they call Adjust is in 10. Plays his man, long pass down. But this one need to be easy for the Fobe goalkeeper, Mohamed N. Kamara. They call him goalkeeper Fabianski, one of the youngest goalkeepers in Sierra Leone to have had the call from the national coach to play for Leon Stars a couple of times now. He's been between the sticks for Leon Stars. This is Mohamed Kamara in his yellow, looking very much confidence on the ball. He has a very neutralizing defense in the person of Wellington. Is Fouet still in their own half, controlling, good passes coming away. That is the man they call Abedi Samuel just knocking the ball, Awa rather, knocking the ball off for a corner, the very first of the match, going in favor of the guys of Shell Community. Rooney. This is Rooney, good one. And a chance coming up. Shell Dwellers. Yes, it is a goal. What a goal. Into the 13th minute. Shell Dwellers, they've got the break. Fantastic play from Rooney. And fantastic finish from Alimami Kamara. Akabundi Olise. What a goal.
It was just a great move from the Shell community. As you're rightly saying, that the two teams seems to be very fresh coming in from the crisis we have in the last final, and you know, it's a pride and honor for one to win KOFA championship, and Shell community coming for the very first time into the finals of KOFA.
Shell
And
don't score the first goal of the grand final.
Farabi as
Alimami
well, coming for
Gogba
the very first time
gets
into
the first goal
finals,
for
but
them.
it's too early though, and Shell breaking.
fouls again. But this time the dispossession is good from Donald Wellington. His clearance is cut off quickly. This is Rooney. He's looking extremely dangerous. Foul, says the referee. Rooney with his hands all over Wellington. And referee Conor Taylor will indicate in favor of the Fourway community.
And he plays his Premier League. Mighty Blackpool, one of the top strikers in the Premier League. Unfortunately, they've been down for over 3-4 years now, but however, still doing their best. It's gonna be the equalizer. What a chance, but just goes up to smoke for a goal kick to the Shell community that are leading at the moment.
That was a clear chance there coming up for Fourway community, but unfortunately they were unable to get it right. They're still trailing by 1 goal. Jabi is the man. They have relied heavily on Jabi. I think for me he's one of the most improved young strikers present in Sierra Leone football. I remember a couple of years back when he played for Wilberforce. He was not as good as he has been in this year's campaign. On the chance, and he could be the second. No, what is that? Referee Conrad Taylor signaling for something else, and out with a yellow card. Oh, definitely the whistle had probably gone before the man slotted the ball into the back of the net. It clearly, according to the interpretation of the referee, an offside play there, Akabondo.
I think Conrad Davis gets a reputation to carry on this match. As you rightly said, that probably the whistle had gone and the player just gets a foot on the ball. And this is a match that you need to be very careful with. More so what happened in the last final, and Conrad doesn't want to take chance in any case, so he got to just caution the player with a yellow card. But this is a very fine match we're watching back.
Very fine match brought to you by Freetown Television Network in partnership with Priority Solution. We have Benson Bauer in the house representing the Priority Solution, and of course Mohamed Zikoba, the sport producer for FTN, is also with us bringing you commentaries. I am Brahma Ban alongside my very senior colleague, the man we call Aka Bundu Oluse, my summarizer here in the first segment of the first half, as the guys of KC Shell are leading by 1 goal to nil. We all could recall on the 6th of August it ended 0-0 in the regulation time and in the penalty shootout. Unfortunately, the match could not come to an end. We are here today at the National Stadium watching the replay match. We are into 17 minutes plus of the first half of play, and it's the Shell Kisi side that is leading by 1 Alimami Kamara goal to nil. A ball cleverly walked up by David Kamara, the man they call Woni. And of course, even like I said earlier, debutants in the campaign, but they've put up quite a good show. Kisi Shell will be the very first team to come for the very first time and proceed to win if they are able to keep the goal line as it is now or make it better. Somebody looking to navigate, but the ball is out. Referee assistants and the referee, both of them synchronizing simultaneously, indicating in favor of Fourway community. Foul, says there is a throw-in, definitely. Referee Conor Taylor calling for the throw to be taken, quickly taken. This is Alassane. He's a bit quiet, but normally he will have to sweat before he starts seeing Al-Hassan. This time, good play, somebody winning the possession, but no, Al-Hassan will do well to find Alia. Alia, they are combining now, but they give away possession very easily. This is Kisi Shell, adjusts Abukanu. Is his real name, with a good pass down to man in 12. That is Abdul Bangura. He's been fine. Good cut off from Awa. This time is Wellington onto his border, Desmond. They are combining now. Fourway still very much in their own half. Koku Ever quickly getting the cut off right. This is a goal scorer, Alamami, not a good one. Giving away the ball, Moana or Abbas rather, onto his man. Al Hassan is dancing, navigates away from his man. This could be chance for Fourway community. Alia, weak one, not too strong, not well directed from the big man Alia.
It's a business of keeping midfield tight here from the two sides. So far, the possession is that great. Shell community taking the ball down into the opponent ranks and that of Farabee as well. And Shell having a goal hop got an advantage, but you cannot just say this match is done by now, because Farabee too has got the anxiety. They've got good players. Alassane trying to push through, though missing his brother of this in this particular match, but it doesn't mean Alassane has got what it takes today, and he navigated well. We're gonna watch, but actually this is a match that we're gonna write home, because the beautiful of this match is that the two sides are coming in for the very first time into the finals of the Central One Football Association, and in the history of the Central One Football Association, this is the first time for a replay. So a team winning this one, I think, is gonna be history down into the books of our football.
Indeed, it is the very first time we are having a replay of the Central One Football Association Grand Final. They've been probably one of the biggest amateur associations in the country. They've been around for over 3 decades. The chairman Sama Sise, he is old now in terms of age, but he's still very much enthusiastic, very much active, inspiring the association. This is Jabi getting involved. He got his head on the ball, but unfortunately wasn't strong enough. No trouble for the Kisi goalkeeper, Unisa Koma, looking extremely confident. He has Emo and the Mohamed Lamin Sissoko in front of him. They can be very, very neutralizing. This is cleverly. A couple of years ago, he was introduced by the Dovecot community. No foul, says the referee. Somebody going down too easily. And goalkeeper Fabianski, his name Mohamed Kamama, getting the clearance down. Once again, they are dispossessed. Kisishe looking probably the better side in these early minutes of the first half, but there is a giveaway ball from Cleverland. It's going quickly taken by Guinean onto Wellington. This is Abbas in 14. Another twin border finds another twin border. Alassane in 11, very much dangerous. He's looking to navigate. This is Donald Wellington. Good one earlier. They are coming. Can he get it right? Al-Hassan, it could be dangerous from that angle. He goes down, brought down. The penalty, says the referee. He could be very dangerous in that angle. Right. Akabundo, and clearly now he's one inside the penalty.
Don't get penalty.
Yes, he was in the box, and the defender of Sheld.
Al-Hassan will say, never gets the penalty for him.
Composed. And he had to tackle down Alassane, and Alassane went down. So Conrad David awarded a penalty, and it's a penalty actually. I think if they got this goal, then we're gonna start fresh with this match. If they missed it, then Shell will have an upper hand still and taking the match forward. But let me just use this opportunity as well to thank Priority Solution / Orange Football Special. And our man Benson Bauer is here, the man supervising the commentary team and representing Priority Solution Orange Football Special. It's great, and we want to thank them for their support, for them partnering with FTN, Freetown Television Network, to actually show this match live to the public. I think it is a very great thing, and we want to thank them for that. A penalty here, Ba.
Indeed, thank you very much. This is the man who won the penalty. And Hassan going for it. Oh, saved! Oh, goalkeeper Yunisa. What a save there from the goalkeeper. Disappointing moment
Fobe community.
For the guys of Fobe community. Benson Bauer.
Yunisa Pepe Koma saved the penalty for the goalkeeper.
What a save. Classic move from the
Alassane.
Yeah, I think it was a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. In terms of height, you know, the kicker got it right, but the pace was not on the ball. So eventually the goalkeeper went the right way. He gets the right way, you may say. They had a punch on the ball clearly off his goal line. A brilliant save on the side of, Shell community, keeping them 1-0 up Sunday, Alicia.
Bye.
It could be very costly now for the guys of Fobe community. A glorious opportunity for them to get the equalizer, but unfortunately, Alassane, the man who won the penalty, was unable to translate it into what would have been the equalizer. Fobe are here still trailing by 1-0 to the disappointment of the fans. Jabi rising, the tallest player in the pitch, but he gives away, easily dispossessed. Good one coming from Abedi Samuel. Long one delivered, but too easy for the goalkeeper. Was already considered goalkeeper Fabianski. Like I was saying, he's probably the youngest goalkeeper to have had the honor of being called up by the national coach to play for Leon Stars a couple of times. He's been between the sticks for the national side. But his side is here trailing by 1 goal. This is Salifo, Guinean, combining with Femi Cole, one of the finest midfielders, giving away possession. Rooney has been very much involved in 8 for Kissi Shell. Good pass down towards Coco Everyone. Good communication. They are building from the left-hand side. Excellent play coming. Shot, but this time that was too ambitious. Coming out from man in 7. The distance for Mohamed Foubi was a very far distance, and the shot wasn't strong enough. Akabum
tried his luck from a distance, you know, something that you cannot underrate. Shuli had got it straight. Shuli had got it very strong. Then Fambiatski was actually off from his landmark. Probably that actually allowed the young man to try his luck from that far distance.
Well, the shot was a weak one. Debate about the fitness, the form of the players, given the fact that 4 years we have not had the national leagues going. It tells you they've not been in intense competition. Even their form, definitely very questionable. This time, no penalty. That was Alia going down too easily. This possession, this is Abbas. In 14, they are combining, looking to build up once again. The dangerous Al Hassan, but this time he's tackled from outside the box. That is no foul. Says the referee, Mohamed Foubi. Good one towards Rooney. He's running, but goalkeeper Fabianski coming all the way from his area to knock the ball out, and he could have been knocked by Rooney, and probably unnecessary. He had already knocked the ball out, and Rooney went definitely unnecessarily picking on his
Rooney was not very clever in that particular situation. By every indication, the goalkeeper was looking for that. He knew clearly they had the chance of pushing the ball out, but he was just waiting for Rooney to commit himself to the foul, and he got the better side of Rooney in that particular situation, in my opinion, as well.
Probably Rooney, the pace that he was actually coming in with, some will say it was a collision, you know.
For him to control that, right?
Okay.
Indeed. But then quickly played now. Foubi, they are definitely in a hurry. The side here trailing by 1-0. This is Kobo. We call him locally. Finds Guinean looking for an opening. He has cleverly another player watching him. Good play. They've communicated very well, but they will win back the possession. Femi Cole is the man is likened to the Chelsea strongman. This Chelsea strongman, the French international midfielder, one of the finest. We have seen Kante, Golo Kante. Femi Cole is likened to that player. But let's watch them now from the right-hand side. Alassane fumbling, but he got a second opportunity. Good one for Alia and Jabi. In a very strenuous position, but still keeping possession. Good one, looking to change the play. Abbas, nice collection. He turns around, but the cutoff will come. The experienced Koku ever easily winning possession, but adjust and Rooney not communicating very well. But now Koku Evra will send the ball away. Somebody getting a misheader with a second chance for Samuel to play down his goalkeeper. He's got a desire. Is he? I'm not quite sure. Man in 17 for Foubi is Awa, definitely Awa, not getting it right. This time getting involved again, but foul. Says referee Conrad Taylor, one of the finest referees in the contingent of Wafra. They had a very good tournament, but for that grand final decision, that very last decision from referee Schweib, who ruled out what appeared to be a clean conversion from one of the Shell Dwellers players, and that match could not come to an end. We are here watching the replay of the grand final, the Central Football Association 2017-2018, brought to you live by FTN, Freetown Television Network, in partnership with Priority Solutions, Orange Football Special. We are here with Benson Bauer, the man supervising the commentaries, and you get in the voice of Akabundu, Ulisse, the summarizer, and myself, Brian Abba, bringing you the commentaries in this first segment of the match, the first half, with Shell Dwellers leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Alimami Kamama. They call him Drogba. Looks very much like Drogba. Hammers clearance into the area where the ball will bounce out for a goal kick. Fullback community in terms of the players, the personnel. Talking about Alassane, even though we are probably missing the other twin brother Alusain, Mwana, and of course the two Wellington brothers, and even Alia. Probably you may want to give it to them in terms of having the bigger names. But this is Chabi, a good one, well defended, but they are building. This is Guinean. Excellent play from goalkeeper Unisa Koma. I was just speaking to the quality of players on either side, and I was just on paper giving it to the guys of Obe in terms of the personnel. But definitely that is not showing in the pitch of play now.
Obviously, you have new kids on the block like Cleveland, they call him Techno. And of course, Alaji Samuel as well is a seasoned midfielder, considering his contribution into the Eastern Lions squad, you know, and there are others as well like Emo. They have very beautiful players, you know, so it is not something that you can just rule them out, though by names, as you rightly say, that Farabe has got something to offer here, when in fact you watch back at the back, players like Wellington and that of Aoua. Aoua plays his football with Port Authority as a center defender, but it is not the kind of game you're just going to give away to a team because of name. This is something that you're going to play, and from the look of things, it's like Shell community actually try to dictate more so in the midfield area, where actually they get a better position to push their game forward.
Indeed, it's no longer about names. It's about the players are in form, and one of them is this man, Phoebe, for me, throughout the campaign, I believe he could easily be the best player of the campaign. But definitely that is up for grab now. Well, he has had a very fine season with the Kissi Shell Joylers. They came in as debutants. They fought their way into this grand final. They definitely has been one of the finest sides we've seen. Salifon with a long delivery, long one towards the far side. But somebody gets there first. Cleverly, he has the energy, running from left to right, looking at times like a defender and sometimes like a striker. Rooney, I think you could feel the teamwork around the Kissi Shell side. Applause going away from their fans who are clearly appreciative of what they are putting on here this evening. This is Mohamed Lamin Sissoko, also a COFA champions with Wellington in 2011. He played alongside Man in 8 Rooney when they won the championship. They are no newcomers to the COFA Inter-Community League, even though they are here representing the debutant side, Kissi Shell, Frobe community. According to them, they took 6 years to prepare for this year's campaign. They were not participating, and they went out. They came with a very big list in terms of the profile of players. And true to their words, they are here in the grand final, but as it stands now, they are the side having the pressure on them to get the equalizers. We saw them conceding very early in this first half. They are still looking to get the equalizer, won a penalty. Unfortunately, we were unable to convert that penalty. This is Femi handball, clearly propelling the ball. Referee Conrad Taylor is absolutely everywhere. Even though we have not had regular football, I mean the professional leagues going, the referees have looked very, very fit. Akabondo.
Well, considering the leagues we have around, Central One Football Association helps a lot, and there are other community leagues as well going. They are focused. I think they are very young. Like Conrad we have here, he has got a reputation to carry on a match like this because he has been everywhere in the game, try to see how best he can put himself on top of situation, and that's why we are looking forward to the authorities to make sure that the game return swiftly so that we can move on as a nation. It's actually something that is bad for us to sit for 4 years without playing elite football is not good for us. These are young guys that they need to prove what they have, not even in Sierra Leone but across the border. In fact, we've got opportunities in Africa like Gassama in the Gambia, you know, representing in the World Cup. I think it is our time that we need to come together as a nation, put our differences apart, and then we see how best we can move on, and so the young guys can actually, deliver well.
We are bringing you live coverage from the National Stadium, courtesy of Freetown Television Network in partnership with Priority Solutions, Orange Football Special. Benson Bawo, the man from the Priority Solutions, supervising the commentaries, is still Fobe community trailing by one. Alemami Kamara's goal to nil, and they looked like the side that was going to win in that first grand final when the penalty was ruled out by referee Schweib. Probably an unfortunate decision. But then they agreed to the replay. Strong tackle and a yellow without any hesitation from the referee. That is it Dizei? Going into the book of the referee. He was very strong on his man. Medical side being called by the referee. I was speaking to the referee 4 years now. I think the late referee Mara, he died in action officiating one of the local matches, the Kingdom playing field, and referee Sandy, couple of others. They got the graduation or the call up. They got their CAF badges, even when football was not playing at the national level. In terms of the Premier League Division 1 and Division 2, it tells you that they really kept fit, the referees. And the referee Conrad Taylor has been on top of the match, brought out the yellow against one of the fullback players who was definitely very much strong on his man. They don't have to defend, adjust. And another player, they are having a tete-a-tete. Mohamed Lami Sissoko looking to join the party, but he's moved away again to leave it with the goal squad. Drogba, Alimami Kamara going up against a two-man wall, very strong, probably too strong and high. No trouble for goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara, goalkeeper Fabianski. Well, fans definitely are enjoying the match. Appreciable turnout, not a very jam-packed National Stadium, but was good enough. The fact that it is a replay grand final, and a lot of pundits we are thinking that the final had lost its momentum since the 6th of August. Akabondo, we are here today, the 21st, replaying the grand final. But it's an appreciable turnout that we are having here.
I think we need to commend the sports journalists, for them doing well in propagating this game. And if we can have a turnout like this, really, it's appreciable. And more so, the country is suffering, especially when we have this crisis. So when you have a match like this, in a sunny weather like this, I know you just need to come and watch. So that's what we have in here. But actually, it is good that we are going to finish this one today. I think that is the major thing. It's not about looking forward to a jam-packed stadium, but rather to crown the champion of the Central One Football Association. I think they are not happy about this, so they want this one to finish today.
It's a very good one. Briwe has put in a lot of money in this one. The Sierra Leone Briwe, we want to say thanks and appreciation to them for and putting their money where I don't know whether their mouth is in this. You don't get to hear them talking a lot about football, but it tells you that they are a home brand and they want to associate with whatever local is going on. We want to say kudos to them, appreciation to Priority Solutions, working with FTN to bring viewers this match live from the National Stadium. Is a very good one. The promise around Sierra Leone football is definitely very evident. You could see, you could feel that it will be very, very easy to resuscitate the game across all levels. I quite remember in before August and in August I had to travel across the country, and everywhere they were preparing for the return of the local game. Unfortunately, it has. That was when the minister declared that in 90 days we are gonna have the return of the local game. Unfortunately, that did not happen at Kabundo this year, but people were warming up all over the country. The fans very much interested. It's just about us getting the ball to roll now, and people will just pick it up from there, and by the time you know it, our players will be superstars. They'll be the celebrities of the nation. Definitely, I have no doubt about that, Akabundo.
Yes, it is not far to finish this whole crisis. More so what we have now, the previous administration and Minister Ahmed Kanu does well. I know he too was looking forward for the game to return, but unfortunately, because of what we have, the problems we have, and today we've got now FIFA ready to come down here to settle this impasse. It's not easy anyway, and I know there are a lot of Sierra Leoneans looking forward to the return of the league. It is more important that sport is an important social force that influence all levels in society. So without sport in a country like this, it's too bad. So we do pray that we have all the authorities hands on deck to make sure athletes, because it is the athlete first as far as this game is concerned. So for them to play like this, I think we need to actually appreciate them, the coaches. Everybody will be on their toes to make sure to push this game forward. And Sierra Leone, I mean, is a blessed country. We just need to come together as a family, forget about the
10 minutes. Adamami Kamara to go. Hemo will clear off, but still for be looking to build. Good one from Abedi Samuel. Cleverly, excellent back heel. This is adjust. This is good play now. We are seeing from the testing. Definitely would want to play in this grand final. It's the biggest on offer presently as far as Sierra Leone football is concerned. Various community leagues we've seen around Freetown and the entire country. But this time is Salifu. He has strong deflecting off the wall. There's a strong tackle. This time referee would indicate in favor of the Kisishel Dwellers. They are in green and yellow, looking very much colorful. Rooney, David Kamara, he has a lot of. There is a double masters holder. He is one of the Sierra Leonean players that has been able to combine football and education to the highest level, playing professional football for mighty Blackpool whenever we get the Premier League going, and at the same time he's been able to go through his studies very well. Hassan coming down the left hand side now. He started from the right and now he's come over to take on Abdul Bangwa. They have to be very careful. I think Abdul Bangwa has not been as shocked
that thing, and probably Al-Hassan watching over this particular area, and he wants to actually exploit this side, you know, considering the fact that Aphobia, as you rightly said, has been doing well in that area and hasn't got a chance to actually, I mean, go through to get through, and so therefore he's going to use this area, and this is where he's going to do his best. As you can see, moving down deep and looking forward to a fire bite. But however, the Shell side has been very much composed in their defense. As you can see, a good number of them are down in the box trying to see how best they can defend this away, and at each time they lost they lost the ball to their opponents, they always try to come back in their defense area to make sure that the Farabites will not get their way easily for them to get their equalizer.
2 minutes added already, minute and 23 seconds played. I just remember the Manchester Chelsea match, the very late equalizer considered by Manchester is now very late in the first half. It's a matter of whether they'll be able to keep it as it is. Kisishel Drogba is beaten by Wellington, who as fast adjust. One of the fine young stars. Cleverland is beaten by Femi Cole. This time it's Jabi Al-Hassan going up against Bangura. Well, Bangura will do well to deny him with a very strong tackle. According to referee Conrad Taylor, is play for them. The 2 minutes have already gone out, but still the ball is in play. Referee Conrad Taylor, he knows what he's doing. Salifu, the man we call Guinean, with a long one towards Al-Hassan Dizay, but he has the experience. Koku Evra watching him, and he will clear the ball away.
That's the end of the first half.
That's the final whistle for the first half. Shell community going into the recess leading by 1 goal.
The round of 16 they continue on Tuesday. Dockyard the play Mount Sawyer. But tomorrow I'm meeting for all the team there. Now morning 10 o'clock.
I think it has been a very entertaining first half of play. You know, brilliant play coming from both ends. What has not actually come to play is the goal mouth action, which has to do with converting the ball to the back of the net.
November 16.
Frobe got a very good opportunity to get an equalizer, but unfortunately, I mean, the twin player Al-Hassan, you know, miscalculated his kick I mean, he missed his pen. So
Manager Bas, Summer City. Konos, rock out to the end of the first half.
With a 1-goal lead. But
Shell community, let me out and say,
when you see these boys displaying some brilliant, play out there, it come quickly to your mind that they've not been playing regularly.
We got another 45 minutes for play.
Really training as
we still acknowledge the presence of the Times down still out
and then
the Deputy Director of Sports and the Director of Sports, Mr. Kenneth Weimer. And Mr. Lambert,
I think it only goes to show that given the opportunity,
if you not believe so, like equalize the win.
Let me
now say,
the supervisor of the commentary team and representing Priority Solutions.
We still get
stroke
special. And right now, it's the manager for Stella Football Club, the hardworking Minister of Sports. Go for one for because they don't pay nothing for the stadium and they also provide fuel for them for like the stadium. That will show you how active it be. Welcome John Kista, the national team coach,
it's a community championship.
Still the big names them, the chairman for sports and parliament. Honorable Alukon
trailing by a goal to nil, courtesy of Almami Kamara, striker for the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces or the military outfit. I normally call them, but for now,
Sunday, West London Grand Final, stadium practicing field, Philip FC go play DV United.
The proceeding, but Ben
after the final,
very much,
the two teams can get the roots to Kofabidon outline out there for pass for its own.
I will tell you for sure that there is more to this match.
We go to Almami home base, we're still out.
And I'm of the opinion that Probe will come back very strong. For sure, they are missing one of between players.
Yeah, thanks and appreciation
got more joy
to all fans with the rights at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium this evening for witness this very, very crucial encounter between two big communities in Sierra Leone, and that is the Frobe community playing alongside Church Dwellers from the Kisi community. They don't start the inter-community football way back in 1989. The two big community Church Dwellers na the Mayele playing field. The Frobe community na the Frobe playing field. I say thanks and appreciation to the manager them for the two big community in Sierra Leone. But remember, the grand final being sponsored by the Sierra Leone Brewery Limited. Thanks and appreciation to the managing director, the marketing manager for the Sierra Leone Brewery Limited, the Minister of Sport, the stadium management, Sierra Leone Football Association, and the Western Area Football Association for a vital contribution. Thanks and appreciation to members of the Sierra Leone Armed Force, the Sierra Leone Police Force, the OSD Division, the Fire Force, and the Scout Band, members of the Red Cross, una all thanks and appreciation for una vital contribution. After the inter-community co-sponsored brewery
in the first final on the
competition, we can kick off. Trust me, we will begin see Eastern Lions, Mighty Blackpool, Old Edwardians, FC Calon, FC Johansson, right at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium, and it's going to be sponsored by a big mobile company in Sierra Leone, and that is Afisel. And I said I go join Makati for come back to Kodos. Thank you very much. I'm not going to join Chairman Sami Gisto. Don't forget, Milamak Football Foundation, the Gitson Sumaya, Akatike will play field. Maibari play against Lumley. The round of 16 will start on the 3rd of November. Alusai Kaba, you fine. Now go to Chairman Sami, quick one.
And of course, Kofa, on a notice, the first half, will not present the trophy on the high table. Come the second half, the trophies will come on the high table. And after this match, we will distribute the trophies them and prizes them that they want to get for give. And of course, thank you. Over to you, Makati.
Thank you very much.
given the opportunity.
Chairman Sami and Almami Ombes, the people out there behind co-family that team, welcoming Samba Moses, the only goalkeeper with double masters.
Because for me, I was so impressed this time around with the Kofa competition, more particular giving opportunity to young lads to showcase their talent, competing with some of these experienced players. Case in hand is Femi Cole, who is a number 13 jersey for the side of Fobe. He was the one who was so instrumental throughout this campaign for his community, and he's here again, continue in short direction. I think the young lads have been very much impressive throughout this competition.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, like you rightly mentioned, it has been an opportunity for them to play at this particular level, and we have to give praise to Kova for giving it a particular platform. And we know for sure that for the better part of the last 5 years, we've not had, a proper football play in the country. Have we not been having, community leagues all around? Yes, we've been having them. But when you talk of proper football, you expect it to come from association football, which could be the Premier League, the Division 1 and the Division 2. So if Kofa has given them this platform to perform, it behooves them, to take it to the next level, and I think some of them have really come to the fore, to ensure that they take their respective games to the next level. So he has been exceptional, and of course throughout the tournament, like you rightly mentioned, he has been really, really exceptional. And we've seen a lot of young lads throughout this particular tournament. Yes, most of them, did not make it even to the knockout stages. Some of them did, but they are not here in the finals. But overall, I mean, it has been a platform that they've taken to both breadth of whatever they have.
Okay, because I myself am also expecting or envisaging that the coming Premier League will be seeing most of these lads featuring for the big clubs in this in the coming Premier League. But another thing again, I think the main ball of the Shaka Stevens Stadium being the center of attraction this weekend. Looking at the turnout of the fans, despite the low publicity, the replay grand final, because of the situation that surrounds the entire exercise, but yet still fans are really demonstrating that they want to see their local football back on its knees.
First, I want to commend the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Sport who have given Kofa the opportunity to use this facility. We all know for sure that it has been underlocked, for rehabilitation, and the Chinese are working very much to restore the.
Vimos comissão, e vimos podemos. E vimos que podemos ter como. E vimos que podemos dar aquele da por mim. Then force can the honorable of Pastor honorable of Pastor Usan will be here. So that the Saluna said, honorable or Saluna said, so I told you, it's not focus. Yes, no. So yes, give me focus, please. Quick one. Why is there is coffee? So there is some. Please.
Football Association, when it called COFA, when they promote Football Association, when it called COFA, when they promote Inter-Community League in this country. Sponsored by Kiwi, Bravo to Chairman Sama and Executive of COFA, Steve Solema, and Super, Galompane again. So then I told you, who go be the champion? Between Fobe and Shadow. Who go be the champion? Between Kobe and Shadow. Kofa, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Trophy, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Trophy, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina. Now the 48 is start, oh. Now the two teams don't laugh, oh. Between Kobe and Shallow. Who go with the Kofa Trophy, oh? Forward the wise, oh. Now who go be the Kofa Commando? Now who go be the CI champion, oh? All man go show you Saturday, oh. Ah, yeah. So then that's so there, oh. Who go be the champion, oh? Between Fobe and Shadow. Ah, yeah. So then that's so there, oh. Who go be the champion, oh? Between Fobe and Shadow. Kofa, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Trophy, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina, Kofa, Trophy, Zamina, Mina. Zamina, Mina. This na Kofa Trophy. Sponsored by Sierra Leone Brewery Limited. Drink what in Ionia. See it, feel it, taste it, and know it. Sierra Leone Brewery Limited. Kobe Community Manager Raga Ghana Siruse. Then don't we, then don't we. See them players then. That's more Wellington. Awu Asefide. Kobo Day. Guinea and Dizeli. Between the day. Shell Community Manager Sagman. Gonna voice. Then don't we, then don't we. See them players then. KPMO, Lamis Football Association.
It's a goal. Another goal.
That's in. Ali Mami.
This
Can
total
I get
Kisi.
Drogba with the second goal?
It is goal. It is a goal. Another goal from the Kisi side. Kisi are now up by 2-0. Very interesting one. Some of the fans cannot retake their
Shell
seats.
community.
Kisi have taken the lead again. Very interesting one. But Popular, you saw that one. Very interesting one for the side of the Kisi community.
Of course, the Kisi community into the second 45 minutes, they have already started their name as a goal scoring team. You cannot school them out in terms of community football, and presently they are leading by 2-0 into this particular match. And the fans of Frobe, they are really finding it very difficult into this because Shell are leading them by 2-0, and this is the starting of the second 45 minutes of play. We are in the Frobe community, they need to put them house in order. If not, I'm afraid because the Shell Dwellers, they are still piling pressure, searching for more goals into this.
Definitely, they are still piling pressure, looking for more goals, despite their opponents are yet to get a consolation. But Oluse, some of the fans cannot retake their seats. Then Kisi again added it, and they are currently leading by 2-0.
It's heartbreaking for the Farabites in the early minutes of the opener. In the second half of play, they've conceded a goal. Mohamed Fobi scored that one, and the Farabites, in the complete desire, they need to reorg, they need to do all they can in their power to get a consolation here and try to get an equalizer. They are actually getting a lot of problems here today, especially with the defense and players like Wellington and Awa. These are seasoned defenders in the Premier League, but to this day it seems too bad for them. And the Kisi Shell here just on top of situation. So volleyed drop down into the midfield area of Farabites. Of Shell and Forobe with Turo. This is twin. Alassane played this football with Port Authority, a Premier League outfit. Volleyed through Cleveland. Now moving there. This is Alimami Kamara, who scored the very first goal here for Shell. Shell coming down. Another chance. The ball on the auxiliary post. What a chance, what a move. Shell community moving down desperately, trying to increase the scoring tally. Already they are 2 up. And Farabites seems to be shattered in the midfield, and the defenders cannot hold the fourth anymore. It's too bad for them. Mohamed Ziko Ba, the producer of sport, Freetown Television Network, and Abubakar Popular B, the man coming from the Far East, one of our very young, energetic and seasoned commentators, pairing up here tonight, bringing you live coverage from the National Stadium. And the Priority Solution Stroke Orange Football Special. And the supervisor for the commentary team, Benson Barrow, was in the first half of play. And now we have Mohamed Zikoba and Abu Bakar in the early minutes of the second half. Kisi Shell got a goal, and it's 2 up. Abu Bakar.
And of course, Abdullah Bondu, the Shell Dwellers community is a renowned community, cannot school them out. This is their very first time to play the Kofa Inter-Community League, and they are presently leading by 2-0 into the fixture. And mind you, Shell Community, the first time they played the ASPA competition right away from Apro School, they claimed that particular trophy. The first time they played the KC Central Inter-Community League, they clinched that particular trophy, and this time around, they are leading by 2-0 into the fixture, piling pressure, and this player known as Techno C9 is really putting a very, very good performance for the guys of Shell Community. But nevertheless, the Frobe community, if really they want to level situation, let them put them house in order for them to be level it all. But if not, Akaoluse, the guys of Shell Community, they are really, really determined to clinch this particular trophy under the courtesy of the Saint Kawan Football Association.
Thank you. That beautiful analysis coming from Abubakar and the host of this commentary team. Freetown Television producer Mohamed Zikuba, one of outstanding sports journalists, somebody who is very, very much outstanding. Is a substitution here for Farabites. 9 in 9 jersey is Morana Conte. The man on the 6 shirt is Junior Zaki, bringing in fresh legs in the
substitution.
Farabi
seems as if they bring all the Arsenal
fresh legs, and they are doing it
one
now.
goal and equalizing.
It's really serious now, bringing in 2 players in
they don't take Ali
for Farabi. They are down by 2-0.
Right,
something
really
must have happened to actually the technical bench decided this way, bringing in 2 players, Zico.
And
indeed,
Mugana,
Coach Abdul Wright, the elder brother of Charlie Wright, who was in charge of the Frobe community, seems to be under some form of imminent pressure. Mind you, have made a couple of substitutions with Sidia Jabi, the pointed striker, already been removed out of this particular match, whilst he was still facing a 2-goal deficit here presently. So I wonder how the substitution can affect the kind of expectation from the coach. As popular have already been said, Oluse, it has been very much fantastic to see history is about to repeat itself here again. As he mentioned at the ASPA competition at the approved school, Shell Community Dwellers fortunate to take the trophy again. Another competition, when they make the debutant, they clinch the trophy again, and it is on the verge again to clinch another trophy. I think history is about to repeat itself here this evening.
Gonna be a goal. Good punch there. Pepe Kuroma. He's got a wealth of experience, and one of Sierra Leone leading goalkeepers.
Goalkeeper Unisa Pepe Kuroma
represented Sierra Leone on many occasions.
The Republic of Guinea
from the bench.
They show
and
best
today plays his professional football in Guinea. He was in the squad that traveled to N'Djamena, Chad, for the World Cup eliminations of 2018. And Unisa Kuroma in Sierra Leone here before making that trip was with Easter Lions Football Club. He was in Chad and that of Port Harcourt, where Sierra Leone played the return leg because of the Ebola epidemic that the Confederation of African Football sanctioned Sierra Leone from playing matches or games at home, and because of the bilateral agreement with Nigeria, or the history with Nigeria, the national team of Sierra Leone, Leone Stars, had to play their home match in Nigeria, Port Harcourt. This is a Larson ball in the pack, being trashed away, and now it's Ali Mami who got the very first goal here for Kisi. Still, Kisi Shell seems to be very desperate, just out of the box on the far right, and it's the flag is up. Let's see the decision of the other referee. Referee Conrad Davis running to the point. A no-nonsense man, a man that has got the reputation to carry on this match. A kick given to Kisi Shell deep into the Farabites area, just from the left defense area of Farabite, and on the right flank, or on the right attacking area of the Shell community. It's gonna be a dangerous one. This one can pose a huge threat for the Farabites. A good number of players are in the box, and two men decided to form the wall. Can this be okay? But a volleyed over the way for a goal kick to the Farabites. They are in the hurry. They were actually down by 2 goals. It seems too quiet for the fans from Farabi. And Shell coming from the Far East, the very first time in the history of the Central One Football Association for a team coming from the Far East to be in the finals and also to take a lead like this. This is unprecedented. But however, we've got a long time to travel with this match. Farabi still got what it takes to settle the scores. This is Kobo has been dispossessed. Techno moving swiftly down just on the right flank. Decided for a cross in the box, ball headed away. This is Abbas for the Farabites. Want to get himself settled. This is Koroma known as Prof, the twin brother. He is moving deep. Can he? Twin missed a penalty in the first half of play when Yunisa Pepe Koroma was in a better position to push the ball off. Now Kisi. Desperate moment. And they are moving deeply now into the ranks. This is Wallington for Farabi, moving the ball away. It's been a tough moment here. Ball in the pack. Murana, no, is Abbas. Finds 9 men to for a way through, but a good number of the Shell community players always come back when they lose the ball in the front. They're very much aware of their defense area, Zico.
Indeed, very conscious of their defensive area, and their defense has been worked doggedly in the particular encounter to keep their opponent at bay. But I'm telling you, Oluse, it seems to be as if we are watching a one-sided affair dominated by the Kisi community, who made their debutants in this year's competition. I'm afraid if it continues like that, I think the Farabites will need to hold themselves responsible.
Mohamed Zikoba, a younger brother, of course, but a very, very seasoned sports journalist, a man with a free mind, a man who is always bringing in the best in terms of analysis or producing sports, especially when Sierra Leone is in a crisis. A man that is bringing all parties on board and always want to get the best, the tooth, thing that can save Sierra Leone. He's that kind of personality. I admired him a lot. And thanks to the Freetown Television Network management for their belief and trust in a young man like this. Bringing you these commentaries live from the National Stadium. FTN in partnership with Priority Solution Orange Football Special. Witnessing this match, eminent personalities. Francis Aki Pomerais, General Manager of the Freedom City Football Club, former owner of the Real Friends youth team in Sierra Leone, and also former manager of Old Edwardians, a Premier League outfit in Sierra Leone, and to one of a very seasoned sport administrator, somebody that has cut across. He has been a very seasoned administrator as well in the political line. Sulaiman Baisise, popularly known as Asprila, is watching these finals. A mentor and the acting president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, Ibrahim Mazola, represented Sierra Leone on many occasions as a player and one of the highly professionals from Sierra Leone, alongside late Ismail Daifan. May his soul rest in peace. The Minister of Sport, Ibrahim Yelenke, I think he's one of those that His Excellency the President had got it right to appoint as a Minister of Sport based on his contribution in youth football. Substitution here. The match has taken a very serious move. Farabay are down by 2. The Kisi community seems like they're going to win this one, Abubakar.
And of course, the match has been taking a different dimension, as you are saying presently, into this. And the Kisi community, they are all the way from the Far East to become a champion into this. And they are still leading. It's still affairs now for Frobe community. This is the incomer. Brilliant moment. Lovely save from the defenders for the guys of Shell community. And the defenders, they are really doing extremely well, putting an outstanding performance for their community. That tells you exactly they are here for a business and they want to see their side be on top of situation before the end tail of the 90 minutes. Because presently they are leading the driving seats by 2-0. And Frobe community, although they are down, but they are not down in spirit, they are still piling pressure to level it all. But the match has been stopped for a while. Goalkeeper Unisa Pepe Koroma is on the ground suffering from an infringement, and we are seeing the physiotherapist team is not paying attention to the player. Maybe he's going to continue the match for his side. That is Unisa Pepe Koroma. If he fails to continue, I'm afraid, because he's one of the skipper for the Shell community. He's still on the ground, and one of their defenders, that is Mohamed Lamin Sissoko, the great man, is still on the ground suffering for the guys of Shell. What's Abdullah Bundu? The Shell community, to count it all, they are really doing extremely well into this particular fixtures today, right at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium main bowl.
Zikor, a chance given here for Farabite, but went up to smoke.
Indeed, that could have been an opportunity to bring the Farabite, back into the match, because if they should have that as a consolation, that should have been give them a wake-up call. But goalkeeper Pepe and that of Mamelami Sissoko denying them the opportunity. I think they are very much frustrating. Their fans are very much disappointing, with their hands tapped to their leg, yet to see any consolation. And I believe if it continues like this, definitely there is something to go and write home about in terms of crowning the champion, with Shell community already on course for the title.
Frustration on the part of the Farabites. It's about 27 minutes more to go. We are in the 63rd minute of this match, unless otherwise on the added time. Farabites dressed here in the white top, white shirt, white short, and blue stocking, finding it very difficult to score a goal. They had opportunity in the first half of play from a penalty spot given away by Alassane Koroman on a sproof, one of the twin brothers, and Shell capitalized in the early minutes of the second half to score a goal, and it was Mohamed Fobi that got that one. Farabay, just on the edge of the box, seems to be very much focused. They're not thinking like losing this match anyway. Still got what it takes. They've got a very good midfield build-up, and always want to see how best they got to access the opponent ranks. They've got opportunities, they've got chances, though it all went up to smoke. Corner given to the Farabites. Good number of players are in the box. Ball taken in. It's gonna be what? Goalkeeper Unisa again in action to push that one away. Kisi and Farabay playing in a second final, or a replayed final, due to a controversial decision from referee Shuaib in the very first final during post-game penalties that actually travel to this. This is Farabe in the box. Easily went down, but Shell Community seems to be very much formidable in defense. Now they're moving on. Cleveland on the right. So good indeed, and they still get in possession, and it could be dangerous for Farabaye. Goalkeeper Fabiaski in position. Zico, you've been watching.
That should have been another goal again for the side of Kisi, but thank God with the intervention of Fambiaski saves the neck of the Frabite. They need to be careful. The defense we know for the Frabite during the competition is quite different for what we are witnessing here this evening, honestly speaking, because looking at the consistency of this defense, they have saved the Frabites a lot during their campaign, but here this evening, their performance seems to be very much porous. They need to be careful, or otherwise we are on the verge to see another goal again coming from the side of Kisi. But all said and done, I think the Frabite, the substitution that have been made by Coach Charlie, not be reflective in the match of play as of the moment.
A porous defense here, highlighted by Mohamed Zico Ba, the producer of Sport FTN. Thanks for this opportunity given to Sierra Leoneans, especially those that are watching this match through the Freetown television network, for their very good all over the country opportunity given all over the country. It is great, a television station like this doing well, bringing you live commentaries, and they're following up with the television, the network, the entertainment, social, political, and economic issues bordering FTN, Facebook, YouTube Live. You gotta watch this match. This is great.
And the man we owned by Ibrahim FC.
We really want to see
Kofa, best midfielder 2017. Toshiba.
FTN, because they are really doing extremely well, considering the fact that to handle this particular match between Shell Dwellers and the guys of Furbeck Community into this particular grand finals. Furbeck Community, they are down, but they are really doing extremely well into the match. And the guys of Shell Dwellers, Abdullah Bundu, the guys of Shell Dwellers, they are really determined to claim the 3 points. But the midfield we used to see for the guys of Furbeck Community, it's not the midfield we are seeing presently, because Al-Ansan and Al-Hussein, they know well how to handle the ball, but presently the midfielder Furbeck Community are using here they are not playing to expectation, but Shell Dwellers, they are still piling pressure, and they are leading by 2-0 into this particular one right at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium main bowl.
Will be sponsors for upcoming football games, especially the Premier League. Try to just make sure you contact the FTN management to bring you live games. I think this is unprecedented in the history of Sierra Leone, with Freetown Network Television doing well. It's not easy anyway. Out of nothing, they are bringing you this match live. Imagine when the Premier League will return. The Premier League clubs like the Freetown City Football Club, a pride of the capital city, the FC Calon, Port Authority, Mighty Blackpool, Easter Lions, Old Edwardians, Diamond Stars, the Central Parade, Cambu Eagles, the Bow Rangers, and the rest. It will be very great to watch these Premier League clubs playing through this television station, but you just gonna check them, you just gonna contact them for watching games live when the Premier League will return. The producer of Sports FTN is here, Mohamed Zico.
Definitely, Oluse, mind you, our aspiration
the man
is to be
we don't
part
adjust
of
the entire
promotion and
midfield.
development of sports
Adjust.
in Sierra Leone.
Don't come on and do.
Our demonstration
For
here,
Shell Community.
by management and staff
Owned
of
by Port
Freetown
Authority
Radio
Football
and,
Club.
Freetown Television. with the combination or in consonance with priority solution stroke orange football. This is a clear manifestation that the coming of the Premier League will be showing matches that have been played in the Premier League when it started all over this country. Trust, whenever you want to have it, a bite of it, just go on Freetown television, FTN news on Facebook, or WWFTN on YouTube. Definitely you will see a live stream of our local football and other sporting discipline, because those people that are owning this institution are very much passionate about sport, so they want to be part of the contribution towards the promotion and development of young people in Sierra Leone. So if you want to see your satisfaction to be guaranteed, just log into FTN on Channel 35. Definitely that will be satisfied.
I am going to vouch as the executive director of the Real Max Sierra Leone Limited company with a first division team, Real Max Football Club, and the public relations officer or head of media and assistant secretary general of the Freetown City Football Club, an outfit in the Premier League that for sure we're going to make use of FTN. Trust. This is remarkable, it's unprecedented, and it's lovely. Sierra Leone got to move on, and FTN is here to support, and that of priority solution stroke orange football special. Benson Bauer, the supervisor of this commentary team representing priority solution, is another duty. But however, with me I have the producer of sports, the FTN, and Abubakar, known as Popular B, coming from the Far East, and a seasoned journalist in sports working for Tumac Radio, the eastern part of the capital city. It's great though, the bands, the drums. We've got the beats of the drums, and that could be the Shell fans. They are up by 2-0 in the 72nd minute, and it's 18 minutes more to go precisely, unless otherwise on. Now they're gonna trap this one, ball just in their area. This is Abbas, sends a long one down on the left flank. Still in the box, but the whistle had gone. Conrad, the man handling this match, has so far proved to be one of the best referees in Sierra Leone. Very, very young man. And, it's saddened that we missed a very young, a promising star, Victor Mara, who passed away, who lost his life in action during a match at the Kintom playing field under the auspices of the Kintom Football Association, and he's a CAF-badged referee.
Indeed, Victor Mara of blessed memory, I think he have been doing extremely well. It sounds so often for such a man to lose his life doing action, because he was in the line of duty when he passed away. That have been a wake-up call for the medic people or the physiotherapist people that are surrounded by sports. They need to sound or look at the condition of the referees whenever there is a match before going to the pitch of play, because yesterday I witnessed the referee training at the Bremer Tuga Stadium when their referee, the chairman Al-Haji Sanusi Rashid, was addressing them, and he made that clear that they will not give in match to referees that are not in the proper health condition just because of what's happening with referee Mara. But he's gone today, but he will always remain in our mind because of the job he have been doing. So I believe we are now having other guys that are about to step into his shoe since he was now demised. But I think Conrad seems to be very much impressive here, and I hope others young referees that are coming up will copy the good example of this guy.
And of course, actually, my senior colleague have said it's all from the late man who have passed away, May him soul rest in peace. And referee Conrad Taylor is really implementing here the loss to the latter. I cannot say the goals from his eyes. 2016 season, referee Conrad Taylor was awarded as the best referee into this particular competition. And today, he have given the responsibility and is really doing extremely well. Officiating number to expectation. You cannot take the goals from his eyes. And these are the few referees that underwent the required protocols and is here to the officiating number to expectation. That is referee Conrad Taylor, and so is now talking to one of the players of Shell Dwellers, that is Drogba. And let's wait and see what could be the repercussion of it. And now referee Conrad Taylor is calling upon the attention of his assistant A1, that is Dauda Sheriff. It's a very good match we are witnessing right at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium between Shell community and the Frabe community. And Frabe community, they are still down by 2 goals to nil into the fixtures right at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium. Frabe community, they are still down by 2 goals to nil, and the match had been stopped for a while. Abdul Bundu.
Yeah, bringing in Mohamed Lampend, the man on the 15 side for Kisi Shell community as a substitute. Suspended president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, Isa Johansson. She's not here today.
Yes, but I believe by speaking, she's with the football fans here at the Sheikha Stevens Stadium. In spite of all that is happening in football, but I believe people want to see the gameplay. And if she fortunate to add the message, what transpired this evening, I hope she herself will receive it in good faith.
Welcoming back the supervisor of the commentary team, Mohamed Benson Bauer. Somebody I admired a lot. Somebody that is very decent Sierra Leonean, a genuine man. Somebody who is very outspoken. Somebody that I want to say is one of the best Sierra Leoneans I've ever come across. Aisha Johansson, the suspended president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. She's not here today.
Well, I think it's unfortunate, but you may expect that, you know, knowing what has transpired in the last 1 week particularly. So, and Sierra Leone being a football crazy nation, I mean, her security will not be guaranteed should she come out here. So that would be an excuse on her part. But having said that, you know, you expect that at a gathering like this, you expect the biggest funds as far as football is concerned to be here. As I speak to you now, of course, the Minister of Sport is in attendance together with a host of football authorities, you know, ranging from chairmen of clubs and what have you. So, so she will take that as an excuse. And granted, her security will not be guaranteed. Was she here? But I think we can label her as being the embattled president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, whom for many reasons, you know, have not been able to deliver, you know, for one of several reasons, like I said. But I think the football experience here this evening, you know, from this afternoon up to this evening, has been very much spectacular, and it goes to show that, you know, should these boys be given the opportunity and the platform to play, they will take this nation to glory as far as football is concerned Sunday.
Sorry to take you through this, though you're representing Priority Solution Stroke Orange Football Special. The outcome with government and FIFA in that meeting, your take?
Well, I think I wrote a piece where I said whether we've made progress, retrogression, or just been stagnated, you know. So I want to reiterate the fact that yes, we've made progress by the fact that we'll be able to steady the ship somehow by way of, you know, knowing that our suspension will continue. So we are no longer apprehensive as to when it will lead to a ban and what have you. You know, but even before the FIFA the government visit to FIFA, I also of the view that, you know, it can never lead to a suspension until the next FIFA Congress, you know, which will not come up very soon, you know, because the executive committee of the council, the FIFA Council, has got right to place, you know, member associations on suspension, but they don't have right to ban them. It takes the whole Congress to take a decision as to whether or not a specific member association should be want out. You know, having said that, you know, part of the recommendations that came up, they spoke of what you call the roadmap. So by the FIFA press release, there is nothing different as far as the roadmap is concerned. It remains the same. And of course, the language used there remains the same. There is no timeline on it. And of course, that is what we've been crying for over 1 year. That roadmap was set up. Not a single item among the 3 items listed on that roadmap has been achieved. One of them being the extraordinary Congress, and of course, an ordinary Congress, and then an elective Congress. progress, but none has been achieved. However, you know, for over 3 years now, where we've seen a situation in which, you know, football authorities, you know, football players, you know, have been on suspension for match fixing. Now there has been a time set, I think the 4th to the 8th, you know, of November. You know, so I mean that is a firm courage as far as I know, because you now have specifics as to when, you know, it will start and when it will end. So for me, that is a very good move. You know, that government have been able to work towards that. It was going to be even much more better, you know, had we had, you know, a time frame as far as the FIFA roadmap is concerned. You know, but we are yet to hear from government, which is a disappointing aspect. You know, but hopefully by Monday we'll get to hear from them. You know, Monday is not far from now. But for me, as I speak, it's very much unfortunate that up to now we've not heard from government to know exactly what happened on their part. That was a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. I think the guys are chasing the game now. You know, so you expect, you know, them to break from one end to another. You know, so that said. Another item that was discussed has to do with what you call the introduction of the integrity clause, you know, in the FIFA statute. This is the most disappointing aspect as far as this whole issue is concerned, because exactly 3 years ago, in 2016, FIFA agreed that all member associations should introduce integrity clause in their statutes. And 3 years after, FIFA is still calling on Sierra Leone to introduce the integrity clause in their statute, even when Sierra Leone, being part of the member associations, was reminded in 2017 to have been able to achieve that, and that did not happen. So for me, that's very much unfortunate from the part of the SLFA and FIFA in particular, that 3 years after they agreed, you know, to do what they call introducing the integrity clause, so that the authorities in football will be obliged to go through integrity test once they want to serve at the executive committee level of how do I call it, SLAFA or the member association. So that's very much unfortunate Sunday.
Listen from Mohamed Benson Barrow to a level of information may rise. He is just too special, a man coming from the volleyball association, so versatile, so outspoken, and I think this is a blessing in disguise. To this name, Mohamed Benson Barrow, doing so good, doing so well, especially when it comes in terms of football. It's been very much contributing. If only we can listen from people like this, definitely we do believe the problems of football would have settled by now. It's so great to know that football is so much important to all levels in society. It is composed of millions of participants, and we can really search for solutions to the problems which beset our society through sports, football in particular. See the number of people we have here at the National Stadium. The Premier League is down, yet Central One Football Association and the Kube Football Association, the Ketifield Sport Promoters and the Farabe Amateur Football Association doing their best to keep the game alive.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is more or less a blessing in disguise, because save these associations you've called, you know, all the way going to the regions, the north and of course the south and the east, you know, football will be nowhere as far as this country is concerned. Remember, in all of this, we've played international football for the better part of the last 4 years with no local league. You know, we've played at under 17 level. As I speak, there is a proposal on ground to play girls under 17 competition in Sierra Leone here at Wafu level. We don't have a single league going on, you know, so haven't played at under 23, under 21, of course, the senior national team with no, you know, proper running league. Then it shows that we are over-reliant, you know, on these associations you call to ensure that, you know, they give an opportunity to these players to play at this particular level, so that the country will be able to call on them when one's need be to play at that particular level. So for me, you know, the Western Area Football Association, you know, has to do more to ensure that they bring, you know, much more sanity and coordination between and among these many associations, you know, so that we'll be able to get the very best as far as, you know, community football is concerned. But again, having said that, you want to ask yourself, how would they graduate this sort of competitions into, categories, when in actual fact you don't have the proper running league. Had we have an opportunity to have what you call the Division 2, the Division 1, and of course the Premier League, you now say, okay, Kofa, at this particular level, I want you to organize only, non-division competition. MAFA, I want you to organize, under 17 competition, under 14, but, knowing that is not in existence, then, I mean, for sure, you give them the path on their back for what they've done so far.
Salifo can take this one, and Unisa Pepe Kuroma just in positioned. This Shell community taking the lead there by 2-0.
I think Unisa Pepe Kuroma has been very much outstanding in this particular match. He kept, how do I call it, their 1-goal lead. When Shell, Frobe had the penalty in the first half of play, and then of course the double save he made in the second half of play when they went 2-0 up. Just shows how good he is, and of course he'll be able to prove, beyond all reasonable doubt, that he deserves to be around the periphery of the national team. I think both goalkeepers on display here today, are very much, magnificent and magnanimous as far as their performance is concerned.
Unisa Pepe Kuruma traveled with the national team to Sherb in the World Cup elimination, and also in Port Harcourt. Sierra Leone played their home match because of the Ebola epidemic and the historical thing between Sierra Leone and Nigeria. Sierra Leone had to play their home matches in Nigeria. The World Cup elimination series won. Unisa Pepe was in that squad, coming from the bench, or starting from the bench. He's here today representing his community, Kisi, Shell to be specific, and he's on top of situation. He has got a good number of saves. Played now his football in the Republic of Guinea. I know Sierra Leone will soon bounce back, especially with the local league, the elite league. Benson Barrow, brilliant analysis. Somebody that we can rely on, somebody that we can trust. When he talks sport, then I think all Sierra Leoneans are okay. It's a foul, collusion rather, by referee Conrad Davis from the Sierra Leone Football Association match official list. He's here taking this match or handling this match today. Shuaib was the man in action in the last final controversial decision during the post-game penalties, a decision that takes us here today to find the champion between Farabe and that of Shell. It's good. Imagine a good number of Sierra Leoneans watching this match today at the National Stadium. Minister Yelenke is watching this match. Ibrahim Azola, the acting president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, another eminent personality, but missing one of an important man, a man that has done great, Ahmed Kanu, a brother to Mohamed Benson Bawa. It's really saddened.
Yeah, for sure. I think when you talk of governance in football, and of course across all the sporting disciplines, you expect that we're expected to do much more better, because we're really much civilized nature as far as civilization is concerned. So you expect that you have people who are decent enough to run the game of sports, not just football. But we've seen a situation over the years, a total collapse as far as these disciplines are concerned. So it behooves now the current authorities to ensure that they do the necessary things to see that we put sports at the right position again. Hence, the much talked about sport authority, which the Ministry of Sports, is gallantly trying out to ensure that they put the necessary, modalities in place to ensure that it keeps off. So which is very much important. I think should that one be implemented to the latter, we'll have a situation in which we'll enjoy sport for true.
It's a corner given to Shell Community. Farabi are down by 2, and Kisi hopeful to win the Central One Football Association 2018 Championship, Intercommunity Championship. Cleveland coming through with that one. Still with it, just on the edge of the box. Can Shell get through? But however, it's a beautiful play coming from Sani Conte of Farabe. This is Mohamed Bangura. Now Cisse has it. Throw given here to Farabe.
Substitution.
9-man
Shell
for
Jewelers.
Shell Jewelers is
16 outs.
Mohamed Hai
Incoming
Kamara
9.
is about to come on, and 16-man is given way. He is Abdul Bangura. Sorry. Yes, Abdul Bangura given way here for Mohamed Hai Kamara on the 9th shirt. We are in the 90 minute or the 90th minute of this match. Shell committed 2, Farabe 0.
After the 90 minutes
of the Central One Football
additional
Association,
time of 3 minutes.
3
for
minutes
bye-bye to
additional
the grand
time. Farabe seems like there is no hope here for a huge community like Farabe. Shell community doing everything in their power to maintain the
additional
results
time of
as
3
it
minutes.
is. And
we're still going for brief.
It's gonna be good for them if only they maintain it.
Of the various
Sure,
communities,
I think, by every indication, they
then
are sure to maintain it. Now we have 91 minutes. Stadium. You know, on the Giant Stadium board, you know, meaning that we have only less than 2 minutes to play for. You know, so clearly, Frobe came to this match, you know, by all indications, not very much prepared because we had, you know, proceedings leading to this match. You know, they are complaining here and they are not wanting to play. And I think the display, you know, out here today clearly shows that we are not very much prepared mentally, psychologically. We've been very much affected by the way they prepare for this particular match. Whilst on the other hand, you know, Kisi. Shell have shown that they are here for business, they are here to party, and they are going to party tonight.
They're going to party tonight. Mohamed Benson Bauer, Freetown Television Network, in partnership with Priority Solutions or Orange Football Special. It's great though. Mohamed Zikoba, the producer of sports, FTN, and I have with me Abu Bakar, popularly known as Popular B, coming from Atuma Radio in the Far East.
But they asked the security personnel,
the bench
only journalists who can take interview,
community
and non-supporters
What do you think?
As the players
it's unfortunate, you know, because they are way off their sitting position, which is not correct by regulations. I was expecting the fourth man to intervene. You know, it's very, you expect them to be celebrating or jubilating alongside their respective sitting positions. You know, but they are not there at the material time. So for me, that particular aspect is unfortunate. But again, the fans are very much enjoying that. Earlier on, I said they are here to party. The party has just begun.
The party has just begun.
And actually, not far from the reality, the Shell Jewelers community, they are still leading, and few seconds for the match will be coming to an end into this particular grand final between Shell and the guys of Farabe community. Shell community, they are doing extremely well.
Now the PRO for the Central One Football Association, alongside the chairman for the talkative Samuel Cisse, and Mami Ombes and Go Cisse. Go announce
3 minutes added already. 93 minutes, 13 seconds. According to the Giants scoreboard, and the match comes to an end. Farabe down. Shell Community, the champions of the Central One Football Association 2018, right there at the National Stadium. Thanks to Freetown Television Network and Priority Solution stroke Orange Football Special, bringing you this match live. Right.
Congratulations
across the country.
To the Shell community.
I'm Abdullah Nazir Gundu, aka Sunday Olise, for a while, allowing Mohamed Benson Bauer to comment.
And the two communities now winner, because now Eastern, the two communities then come on. Congratulations to Una all. Now, presentation of trophy and medal. Now so eager for goal. With the call
on the
you know,
team
or football
sem
match, you know,
for
from the
make
national
sure say
stadium. I
they
can't
line
remember when
up
last this happened.
with them
You
player
know,
them in
particularly
two
at local
rows,
level.
one on
So
the
says
left
thanks to Freetown
and the other
Television
one on the
Network and
right
First
hand
Variety Television
side.
and Around Football Special.
We
in
go also
collaboration
start
and
with the
corroboration to
referees
ensure
them.
that, you know, this happened
The
today. For me, it has been a
presentation
spectacular performance from the
of
athletes.
medal
Like
for
I
the
said, you know,
referee
Kobe
them.
came with their might to
You
ensure
will
that, you know,
get
they right the wrong that happened, you know, in the first leg of his
Abdul
finals. You know,
Rahman
unfortunately, it was
Davis,
not expected to
Secretary
be delayed.
General,
You know, and then
Eastern
said, no
Lions
way.
Football
I think what
Club
happened in the first
and the
leg was a
Fobe
mistake from our
Amateur
part to have
Football
allowed the match to go to
Association.
extra time, so penalty
Then a
kicks. This time around, no
presentation
pen, who will go straight down.
of
We're here
medal
to
for the
make
referee
our people
them.
happy. And Kisi for me is very
Also,
much example.
it will
It's a bright
follow
example
by
of
the
what you call
dynamic
community football.
chairman
Kisi is coming from
with
a particular
33
area.
years
You have
experience
we
in
used to
youth
have a
football
Premier
in
League
Sierra
team called
Leone.
Kisi
And that
All-Stars.
is
And when Kisi
Chairman
All-Stars come
Sama
to play, you
Sise
see only Kisi and
will
of course the, how do I
present
call it?
the medal for the referees
the proprietor of the club and the coach, you know,
Then
Jose
when we
Mourinho
come out
and
there,
his family coming
we
to watch
come to
Kisi
the
All-Stars.
medal
But when
for
Kisi
the
is here
runners
to play, you
up.
see the entire community in
We
support
get
playing. And this is what
Honorable
for me, this is why I think we have to take our football to again. If the likes of mighty
Honorable
black police Lions are to
Shiraji
become
Rollins
meaningful again in
Kamara,
society, we have to ensure that they are close to
member
this community,
of the
they are adopted by
Parliamentary
community.
Oversight
Because the likes of Manchester
Committee
City,
for
Manchester United
Sport
today, the Real Madrid we talk
and
about
Vice
today, they still
Chairman,
belongs to
I want
communities.
to say
It doesn't
thanks
matter,
Inge
you know,
for present
how
the
small or
runners
how
up
great they are. The
medal
community people
them.
are always behind the team.
And
So this is
according
what I
to
think
the
we have to chart the way
activity,
forward as a
somebody
nation,
will
as far as
don't
football is
contribute
concerned.
vitally
They'll move towards this particular
towards
direction.
the
Again,
success
you know,
of
I
this
want to say thanks
competition
to, you know,
and
Kofa,
towards the
you know, done very well, you
development
know,
of
to
football
have seen
na
this second
Sierra
final very
Leone.
much successful.
Alfonso
Again,
Male
a group
himself
of
will
over 30
help for
years
present.
experience to have had
We
to
also
play
get the
finals
team
only once, it
manager
shows how
for
good
the
they are as far as
Freetown
management is
community,
concerned. It was
Alpha
indeed a
Rashid,
huge controversy. I
Sefo
would
then
not
at
want
the
to call it a
team.
blunder on the part of the
The
referee, but a huge
Brewery
controversial
rep
decision
also
that he
then at the
made that,
team.
I mean, made this one possible
And
today to have a replay.
former Secretary General, Western Area
Mohamed
Football
Benson Barrow
Association,
bringing
Abu
beautiful
Male
analysis.
Sef then at the
Indeed,
team.
it's great. It's good.
Then
yes,
when we
but
come to the
however,
runners up
Kisi with the
trophy,
champion.
we get
Champions
host
2018.
of personality
The last time
there.
it was
Remember,
Fullertown and
we get the
Abacha.
daddy
Fullertown won
where
it.
they in charge for all the
Today,
sporting disciplines
it's a
in
different
Sierra
community.
Leone.
A
Then
community
are
coming
the
from the Far
director
East. You
of
highlighted
sports.
a team
The
coming from that
director
area in the
of
Premier
sports
League before.
will
Kisi
present
All-Stars.
the
And
runners
you
of
rightly said
trophy.
that it used
And
to
when
be
we come to the champion,
Mourinho and his family,
Sami
but today the
Sise
entire community.
and Kondos will
But yes, the
announce
community themselves have a
the
problem
champion
for them to actually
trophies and
nurture the
medals.
squad. Start from the
Thanks
second
and
division.
appreciation to members
You
of the
have to
Sierra Leone
promote, come
Armed
to the
Force.
to the first division.
Thanks and
And to the
appreciation
Premier
to the
League.
OSD
communities are not
division,
actually in that kind
members
of,
of
line.
the
Why?
Sierra Leone Police
Well,
Force,
it has to do
the
with
prisons
leadership and
officers,
mentorship.
the
Again,
Red Cross
with the
officers
right
there,
approach, the right mentorship,
the referees
right,
them way
you know,
officiate a
leadership.
fantastic match
This
right at the
community,
Sekati
that
Stadium.
you know,
Congratulations to everybody.
Division
Congratulations to all Sierra
Division One,
Leoneans
and then
and
eventually to the
staff
Premier
and for
League.
management
Because the
and
likes of
staff
Kisi All
for the
Stars,
Ministry
they
of
started this
Sports,
way,
Sports Council.
from,
May God bless you now
anti-drugs as
all.
well. You know, they
Yeah,
went to the
thank you,
Division
and
2,
Mami
Division
Obe,
1, and then
Santik,
eventually
Sona,
to
so we
Premier
go
League.
back
Some
Kondos,
people, you know, they use
Kondos,
money to
now
get to
go
the
with the
Premier League.
go so, Kondos, there we go. And
how
of
do I call
course,
it? FC Uansing, for
presentation they
example,
can
you know,
start.
when they bought over Golf Club, you know, they played in the Division 1 exactly, so Freetown City Club. So these are all examples you can point at. But I think, to answer your question straight, we have an issue of leadership, we have an issue of mentorship, we
Yeah,
have an
of
issue
course.
of, you know, bringing, you know, good leaders
Presentation
out
they
of
can
these
start.
communities, you know,
Condos
to
now go with
ensure
the
that they
go-so.
actually nurture this kind of ideas they have, you know, so much so that the communities will benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, should they succeed, should Mountain City succeed, for example, to graduate themselves into
Joseph
Division 2,
Kaisai.
Division 1, and then eventually
Joseph.
Premier League side, it is only Sierra Leone that will benefit, and of course the athletes themselves, because Mountain City, the Fuller Towns, these communities are so organized as far as community football is concerned. But when it comes to managing them on daily basis, that is where the problem creeps in, because at the end of the day, these players are contracted to play for specific periods. They are not actually mandated mandated to pay them by month. So when it comes to running a proper football club, it becomes very difficult and challenging for these clubs. A typical example can be seen in the charity shield organized by the Ministry of Sports, where these community teams are struggling to play because the gate takings are not there to ensure that they replenish what they take from their respective pockets or banks or what have you. So again, I have to reaffirm
This
that
na
has
the
to do with
Central
leadership
Football
and mentorship to
Association
ensure that
Grand
we bring
Final
them to this particular
2017-18.
level.
Of
Thank
course,
you very
it
much.
don't come to
Listening
an
from the
end.
voice of experience, Mohammed Benson
but
Bauer.
with the
Thanks to
calm,
the FTN Management and Priority
distribute
Solution Stroke Orange
prizes
Football
now,
Special. And
score
until then,
fees
I'm
and
Abdullah
medals then.
Nazubundo.
With the call the
Thank
referees
you
and
very
now
much,
for
Abdullah
calm.
Nasabundo. Of course, you're still watching live
referee
pictures
for
from
camp for
Freetown
the
Television
presentation.
Network, courtesy of
And for camp
FTN,
for the
certainly.
prizes now.
And of course, Priority Solution
course,
alongside Orange Football Special. It has been
Condos.
so spectacular here this evening. And of course, we are now approaching the medal presentation ceremony. Of course, the Giant Trophy will be presented to no less a team, but the champions here who are here
with
to
the
party
call
tonight.
Abdul-Rahman
And of course, like I
Davis,
said earlier on,
Secretary
the party has
General
just
for
begun
Football
as far as
Association,
this finance is concerned for the
Mr.
people
Samasise.
of Kisi community. They are going to dance their way out to Kisi
The
to ensure
referee,
that
they don't
they
come.
keep enjoying this particular
Condos,
moment. We've had
me go
first
to
time
them,
in the
they go do
finals
another one.
of the Kofa
And of
Inter-Community
course,
League.
Chairman
First time in the
Samasise
finals in the
Kofa,
Kofa Inter-Community Leagues on the side of Rubia as
Alhaji
well.
Abdul-Rahman
And
Davis
Kisi have been able to make
for
it their
referees
own.
medals.
You know, the likes of Mountie City, you know, the Fullertons, who
Yes,
are actually
as
the
to the
household
boutiques
names as far as this
orderly.
tournament is concerned.
The final
did not
don't
make
done,
it to
but
this
Condos, I
particular
see the
point. It
final.
shows how other
I see the
communities
final.
have emerged
Well,
to develop
final,
themselves to
now
this
one
particular
person to
point.
win.
You know, at this material